welcome to the deep dive. Today we're getting right into the nuts and bolts of IT infrastructure. We're looking at a critical piece of hardware, the NTI E-Micro-TRH-D. Our mission here is to really unpack what makes it different, especially for environment monitoring and reliability.
Exactly. And it's all about the why. I mean, think about those unmanned places like a server closet or a remote data center. Prevention is everything. You have to monitor temperature, sure, but also things like water, power. But the real leap is finding a system that does all that and watches the network health of your other gear at the same time.
Okay, so it's moving beyond just a simple thermostat on the wall. What are the core threats this thing is really designed to flag immediately in a place where nobody's watching?
We're looking at 6 critical conditions: temperature and humidity, of course, but also liquid water, which is a big one, power failure, intrusion like a door opening, and smoke detection. And to do that, the unit itself has an integrated temperature and humidity sensor right on board.
I have to say, anyone who's ever had an AC unit leak and destroy a rack of servers will immediately get why that liquid detection is so crucial. That's the kind of cheap insurance you wish you had after the fact.
It really is, and that sensor connects through one of the 2 dry contact inputs. For anyone not familiar, dry contacts are just for simple open or close signals, think door alarms, flood sensors, that sort of thing. The unit is also, very expandable, has 2 extra RJ45 ports for more temperature or humidity sensors.
And you can just plug those in live?
Yep, they're hot pluggable, no downtime needed.
Okay, so these can be in all sorts of environments, from cold storage to a hot equipment room.
Yeah.
What's the operating range? And more importantly, how precise is that built-in sensor?
The precision is key, right? It's
Right.
accurate across a huge range. We're talking from a chilly -4 degrees all the way to 167 Fahrenheit. And the precision is really tight. At typical operating temps, you're looking at an accuracy of just plus or minus zero point 0.4 degrees Celsius.
That's impressive. But that precision doesn't mean much if you don't find out there's a problem until it's too late. If a reading goes out of bounds, how does it let you know?
It has all the standard alerting mechanisms you'd expect. It can send an email, update its web page, send SNMP traps. It also does SMS messages through an email to SMS gateway, so it's very versatile.
But basic alerts can be noisy. They can trigger false alarms or, you get a single alert for one problem. What if you only want to know when a situation is truly catastrophic?
And that is where the Smart Alert feature comes in. It's a real game changer. You can set up 32 normal alerts, but you get one Smart Alert that can be triggered by combinations of sensor conditions.
So it's about context.
Exactly. For example, a high temperature alert is bad, but a high temperature alert plus a power failure alert at the same time. That signals a much more serious event, and the system knows that.
That is the key distinction. Okay, so from a connectivity side, how does this actually plug into an existing network?
It's a total team player. It's IP connected. You configure it through a standard web browser, HTTPS. It also supports SNMP versions 1 to C, and importantly, V3 for encryption.
That V3 support is critical for secure networks.
It is. And it integrates with open source tools like Nagios and even has an HTTP REST API if you want to pull the data directly in JSON format.
It sounds like security is baked in HTTPS, TLS 1.2, AES 256. But with 16-character passwords and all that, does that get a little complicated for, say, a small team that just needs basic monitoring?
It's a commitment for sure, but it's a necessary one when you're monitoring mission-critical gear. But if there's one feature that truly defines this unit, it's resilience, specifically power redundancy. The standard model has dual DC power inputs, so if one power source fails, it just switches to the other instantly.
Hold on. If the standard one already has dual redundancy, what's the deal with the enhanced model, the E-Micro-TRH-D? What's the P for?
The P is for PoE, power over Ethernet. That enhanced model gives you PoE on top of the 2 DC power inputs.
That's triple redundancy.
That's triple redundancy. If you can use PoE in your building, you get an absolutely unmatched level of failover protection.
That's a massive selling point. And if we're on the topic of reliability, can we put a number on it?
We can. The mean time between failure, or MTBF, for the standard model is cited at an incredible 628,394 hours. That's over 70 years. It's just engineered confidence.
Okay, so to sum it up, we've got a system with comprehensive physical monitoring, truly intelligent alerts based on combinations of problems, and this optional triple power redundancy.
Right. And if we pull back to the big picture, here's a final thought for you to consider. This little box can also ping up to 4 other IP devices on your network. And if one of them stops responding, it sends an alert. So the question for you is this: How does that hybrid ability watching both the physical room and your network devices fundamentally change what unmanned facility monitoring even means? As network uptime becomes just as critical as temperature, that's a feature worth thinking about.